You will regret worrying about this one thing. A lot of people, they don't realize this, or they realize it too late. We all worry about the perception that people have on us. We always chase the constant approval and acceptance of other people. We always seek validation, whether it's family, friends, our peers, social media, for people that we don't even know. All of us, we just want to post things on social media for the likes, the comments, about people who don't really know what's going on in our lives. We always constantly chase validation and approval, but we have to stop worrying about the perception that people have about us, because then we will not be truly living our lives. We act a certain way, we do certain things, dress a certain way, just because we want people to accept us, we want people to like us. But if we keep on worrying about that, we will never be truly who we are meant to be. We will never be happy with ourselves. So we have to stop worrying about it. Stop worrying about what other people think of us. We constantly, when we're in public, we're like, I don't want to be too loud. I don't want to go on the phone. I don't want to do all these different things because I don't want people to look at me weird. A lot of us, we have dreams of posting on social media. We want to be a content creator, but we're like, what is my family going to say? What are my friends going to say? What are random people on the internet who I don't even know going to say about me? That's one thing that I learned through my years of posting online, is that people will always have something to say. Whether it's good or bad, we cannot let it affect us. Because if we always wait for the validation of other people, we're like, why isn't anybody commenting on my video telling me that, this is such a good video? We're always going to be like, is my video a bad video? Or if somebody comments on it saying, this is terrible, why are you doing this? You shouldn't have a voice. You shouldn't be talking. Just wrap it up, pack it up, never post again. And if we let that determine who we are, and if we let that have so much weight in our lives, we will never truly be satisfied with ourselves, because we are always chasing the approval of other people. We want that validation, and we care too much about perception. Who cares? Who cares about what people will think and say about you? Because people will talk about you regardless of what you do. That's one thing that I've learned, is that if you talk a lot, people will talk about you. You don't talk at all, people will say, why is this person keeping to themselves? But if you try to always please other people, you will never be happy with yourself, because you're always playing an act. You're always trying to be a certain person when you should only be yourself. And if people don't like you for yourself, who cares? Why would you want somebody in your life if they don't like you, the genuine, real you? The world doesn't need any more copycats. The world doesn't need more sheep. The world needs more of you, not anybody else but you. And if people in your life don't appreciate you for the real, genuine you, then they shouldn't even be in your lives in the first place. Your friends don't approve of you. Are they really your friends? Your family doesn't approve of you. Should they really be in your life? Because I think that family is a privilege. Family's not a right. If your family doesn't love you for the genuine you, for the real you, you don't owe anything to them. You don't owe them to stay in that fence that they built for you. Because a lot of us, we don't want to make people upset. We don't want to lose people in our lives, because we're like, I don't have anybody at all. So the people that I do have, I want to keep in my life. We have that scarcity mindset, that mindset of, if I be who I really am, if I am my true self, people will walk out, people will leave my life. But it's better to be yourself. It's better to be the genuine, real you than to be surrounded by people and not be yourself. It's better to be by yourself and be yourself than to be somebody else and be surrounded in a room full of people who don't even know you. So stop worrying about perception. A lot of reasons why we do and do not do things is because of perception. It's because the way that we know people will look at us. We know the way people will talk about us. We don't want to dress a certain way, try a new hairstyle, because we know people will say, oh, what is that? People will talk about you and the word spreads, and then you know the rest. People will talk, gossip, all of it. But you have to block out the noise, because all that really is noise. And if people do talk about you, things get back to you, and you're like, oh, why did they say that about me? And then you see them the next day and they're smiling in your face. They're saying, hey, I love your new hair. But you heard from so-and-so that they're like, that was the worst haircut that I've ever seen. And we're worried about those people. Why are we worried about those people? The people who only care about themselves and who always put on the front to show good face, when they're the ones talking behind your back. When you're worrying about random people on social media, why? Why do you worry about those people when those people do not mean anything to you? Because for me, the only people who I will listen to are people who I aspire to become like, or people who I know genuinely love me, genuinely want the best for me. And everybody else's opinion is like, for what? This person doesn't know you, they don't know what you've been through, and they don't want the best for you. They just see you and they talk about you. So why would you ever let their opinion, let what they have to say about you weigh on you? You let that affect your mood, the way that you think about yourself. Why? Why do you let those people do that? You have to have so much confidence and a foundation in who you are that you don't let those people's opinions matter to you. You're unshakable. You don't fall when there's a little bit of wind. You don't spiral whenever somebody says something bad about you, because you are so grounded in who you are. And that starts with self-love and acceptance. You love yourself for every single part that you are, and you accept every flaw that you do have. That's how I've learned to be so grounded in who I am and love the person that I am, is that acceptance and self-love. You have to accept every single flaw that you have, because if you accept those flaws, then when other people bring those flaws up, you already know. You know about them and you love yourself despite it. So we have to stop worrying about perception. Stop worrying about what other people say and think about you. Because if you keep on worrying about it, you will regret it.